Yep. Once again, hi, welcome everyone to the orientation of IBC's All Hack Chennai. So, first of all, I would like to thank all the attendees that has like joined us a while ago and who are like joining till now. A warm welcome to all, first of all. And I would like to like share a thank you note for all of you people for giving your quiz and like so putting us on that front. So let me just like give you a glimpse what IBC is. I know you might have like got a lot of calls from us stating that we have an orientation wherein we are inviting, and that was a personal invite. And thank you all for like taking that note and joining us right now. So let me just like start with the glimpse of what IBC is. So, as you know, we have been like giving a glimpses in the call that we are in uh, blockchain education tech-based organization, which in terms you can call as an edtech actually. So here we IBC are like aim to build the largest developer community in the world with the all the emerging technologies. As you could see, blockchain is one of it, and Web3 is all already has been the coming one. So here we could see that we have like lots of other I mean, like lots of other technologies or the emerging technologies we are seeing each and every day that are emerging. So we have all that, we all heard that Web3 is one of it. So hope you people are following me. If you have any questions, you can always raise your hand. You can ping me over the chat. So we are all hearing you and we'll answer you.
Yes, Archana, thank you so much. So, guys, what Archana has talked about is extremely important because, especially in today's world, when we talk about Web3 and blockchain, what is the most important aspect of this program is that we give you the skills that are required to become a Web3 developer. As you know, the space has been changing constantly in the past couple of years, especially in the past 4 or 5 years. This space has seen a rapid growth, and we in India find that the education that needs to reach out to students to develop in this industry is lacking, and that's where IBC is trying to reduce that education gap. And we have come up with this program where we not just do the theoretical aspect of it, we also guide you and help you in building the project. So, like, more about it we'll be discussing with our main speaker of the event, Mr. Praveen Thakur, who is the Chief Operating Officer of IBC Media. So Praveen sir has uh, specially designed the entire program in a way where a student who is part of, let's say, a student is in the first year or second year or third year of graduation of the BTech or any course for that matter, there will be an ease while you start your education journey. So the more on the same we'll hear from him, but at the same time you need to remember that this is just the gist of the entire process. We are extremely eager to see a lot of good projects coming out of the students who are part of us here and the students who will be joining us for a similar module, which is the continuous education program. So a lot of the things that we're talking here might be jumping off your heads, but we will give you a clarity as the presentation begins with Praveen sir. Praveen sir, first of all, thank you for joining and thank you for sparing the time. If you can take the conversation ahead, thank you.
Thank you, Deepak, and thank you, Archana. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Praveen Thakur, and I have spent over 25 years in technology, various capacities. Right now, I am handling the product and operations of for IBC Media. in the capacity of Chief Product Officer and Chief Operations Officer. What IBC Media does, we will talk about that. But before that, I wanted to thank you and I wanted to congratulate you for being a part of this meeting today, because in my personal opinion and from my experience, that what I have spent over 2 decades in this industry, I think this technology that we are talking about, or we are going to be talking in next 1 hour, is very transformative. It is going to be changing your perspective. It has an ability to change your future, by being in this space. Now, there are several details, there are several finer points that we will be talking about. But more importantly, this is very important for you to kind of focus on what we are trying to do right now, and ensure that you understand the context of everything. I have spent, I am primarily an engineering graduate who has done engineering in mechanical and production engineering, if some of you are familiar with that. Started my career in mainframe technologies. If you have heard of mainframe, used to be one of the most important hardware infrastructure during 90s, 80s and 90s, which became the base of all the large scale systems. In fact, mainframe used to be the center for all big industrial houses for keeping their data and doing their production processing, their shipment processing, their sales processing. So in fact, it was pretty amazing technology when I am talking about in 1990s. But then if you really see from 1990s to now, several things have changed. The mobility has come, cloud has come, and all of you are aware of what cloud technologies have done to our life, right? Analytics has come, machine learning, and who does not understand today chat gpt for that matter, who does not understand what can be done with the extent of data that we collect. Now, we were collecting data for several decades, but the ability to use those data points came when your processing became inexpensive, when your storage became inexpensive. So these kind of factors really started making sense when these technology evolution really has been happening. I am personally coming to Chennai next week, and I'm sure many of you who are present here in this meeting today, I will be having an opportunity to spend time with all of you. We will be having a wonderful time with respect to web3. With the introduction, and Archana pointed out, Deepak pointed out, the IBC Media is an innovation company which is trying to bridge the gap of skill between the companies, what they are looking for, and what the talent pool India has today. And I think uh, blockchain and Web3 is something which is moving pretty fast, and the rate of innovation is enormous. Now, to be able to keep up with the rate of innovation in this space, the skill development also has to happen at the same pace. Deepak, please confirm if I am audible.
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay. So the pace at which this innovation is happening and the pace with which the skill has to be developed, unless these things are in tandem, the progress of the technology stops. So IBC Media's vision is to create 1 million Web3 developer in various blockchains. Now, when I say various blockchains, I mean there are several blockchains which are coming up right now. Examples could be Ethereum, examples could be Polkadot being our headline sponsor. Examples could be Polygon, examples could be Cosmos. There are several blockchains. All of them have a very specific way of solving a common problem. Now, having said this, how exactly we are going to be doing this? 1 million developer is not a small number. But why are we so confident that we will be able to accomplish this? Because of the model that IBC Media has come up with. Now, we are into this space for a decade close to. Our founder, Mr. Abhishek Pitti, has been a serial entrepreneur. We have been working with the biggest of the biggest blockchains in this space. We understand their pain points. We also understand the way this industry is trying to solve these problems. And we see several problems in them. And keeping in mind those problems, we have come up with a unique and custom way of solving those problems. These the various stages that we're talking about, they would be including gamification of the whole learning process. We will be exposing you to the top best industry experts. We will be getting you into thinking about the business. We will be helping you coming up with solutions which are industry ready, which are production ready. And believe me, this is not only preparing you for high flying jobs, but this program is preparing you to become an entrepreneur in blockchain space. And we will talk many of them. And as I said, I'll personally be speaking to many of you. In fact, I have had fantastic experience in our last two alt hacks. I will talk about them in my next slides. We have had two alt hacks, in the recent past. One was in Hyderabad and another was in Vishakhapatnam. And these two alt hacks had fantastic, perspective opening for all of our students. And why I am talking about it with so much of confidence, because I have personally interacted with all of them. The perspective with which they came into the program and the perspective with which they went out of the program and continuing their journey with us is, unbelievable. So many interests came, so many, people registered for our programs. We are a company which is not only like Archana mentioned, we don't want to call ourselves a pure play edtech, because I think we are much more than that. We are innovators. We are a product based company. We have education embedded in this. We have the mentors who help you build the product. Now, when I look at the whole panorama view of the offerings or the different things that we do, then this becomes and completely I would say the game changing experience, from becoming from knowing nothing about the application, from knowing nothing about the technology, to a person who is able to build products in blockchain about the problems that our society needs help with. Now that's the talk I'm talking about. In fact, incidentally and interestingly, we were the first company in 2018 which held the largest conference in Asia in blockchain, and this was one of the best the occasion for India to celebrate. In fact, many companies came out of this program, and we have got fantastic history to talk about being in this space. I'll take a few minutes to show you a glimpse of what the two programs that we have recently conducted, they look like. Give me a second, and Deepak, please confirm to me if you are able to hear the sound. Give me a second.
Yes, sir, we can. Yeah. Can we increase the volume?
I'm very happy to be participating in this edition of IBC's Hackfest, which focuses on close to 20,000 students developing new solutions, new ideas, new proposals, utilizing Web 3.0 and blockchain.
I think it's very important for us to ensure that the youth of Telangana are aware of all the latest technologies. This is just one step towards it.
And after coming here, it's been an amazing journey. We had a lot of panel discussions. We had introduction about what blockchain actually is and how the world is transforming from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. And that gave me some beautiful insights and some ground realities.
This program basically concentrates on training the students on blockchain technologies and Web3 technologies and initiating them to take over the business problems and moving into the startups. A lot of funding is been available for the startups into the blockchain technologies.
Blockchain hackathon was conducted on Web 3.0 technologies మీద రెడీగా అగ్రీ అయ్యాము. మోర్ దెన్ 400+ స్టూడెంట్స్ వచ్చారు. 60 స్టార్ట్అప్స్ కూడా దీనిలో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. వీళ్ళని ట్రైన్ చేయడమే కాకుండా ఫర్దర్గా వీళ్ళకి ఇంటర్న్షిప్స్ ఇవ్వడం, ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ డ్రైవ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది.
Today I'm gonna walk you through what we have in store when it comes to tracks, on our website, and also what are the resources you can use to build on these tracks.
So we have our own layer 1 chain, which is known as Giant protocol. But more than Giant, I am going to cover about the Polkadot ecosystem.
Polkadot. So it's a layer 0 blockchain. It's a heterogeneous multi-chain that connects different kinds of blockchains together, secures them, and allows them to interoperate.
Well, after listening to all the sessions, I was glad and I was motivated to be a blockchain developer in Polkadot.
Excellent. So one thing that I want you to take away from this, the video bite that we showed you, it is all about you. It is not about us. And that is the key message that I really want to, I want you to take from this, video. Let's talk about what is the value proposition. And as I was talking earlier, that this technology is evolving very fast. Now, let me go back a little bit. Let's talk about a company which is trying to, have its own infrastructure, which is called on-premise infrastructure. Now, in early days, the companies used to have their own data centers, in which they used to have their applications installed, deployed. They used to have their own database, storage, everything. Then cloud came and cloud said, fine, you don't need to do that. We need to have all these storages, computes, everything, getting transferred to a common place, which is called cloud. Now that itself solved several issues. Now, again, so when we meet, we will talk about all of them. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that now there is a next level of that, which is called decentralized storage. Now this decentralized storage opens up new avenues of, handling the storage. Now, there are several, things which are apparently complicated, but we will try to make it, simpler and easier for you to appreciate. All these things really, they club together and then they become the business solution which can be offered to the society at large. So the value props, of course, there is branding, there is, your profile building. You will be understanding, you will be standing up in the industry with your fully confident knowledge base. You will be going through the boot camps. The one which we are talking about is the offline mode, in which we will be able to select a required number of people, because again it is a physical location. It is not possible for us to have everybody participate in that. But beyond that, we have got online module which is called continuous education program. We'll talk about that. We will be giving you the challenges which are coming directly from the top blockchain companies for you to work on. We will not just throw it open to you, but we will be helping you build in this ecosystem. Now that's something which really makes it very different. You will be able to get internship opportunities. Now these internship opportunities are, I think, path breaking in my opinion. If you are working hard, if you understand the importance of this space, you are, we will be helping you get some of the grants from these companies. We will be enabling you for, placements in these companies. So there are several things which will come. And the foundation of all of these things is the knowledge, the skill. That is very important for you to appreciate. Like I said, there are two main modes of the program. The first is the on-ground boot camp, which we are, coming to your city next week. And then the another one is online continuous education program. Now, what really happens that once you understand, and start appreciating the technology, which is the foundation stone for any, development, I would say, for anybody to become a developer. But that is not enough. It really has to continue. You really need to spend few hours a week, for example, appreciating the solution, appreciating the architecture, appreciating the building process, struggling with the building process. Unless you really go through that journey, you are not becoming required, you are not acquiring the required skills. You are not getting into that space. So we need to have, this process, and that's where I think we continue this. And once you get participating into the CPs, then we help you with the business ideation, we help you with the business solutioning, we help you with the technical architecture, we help you, making the design, we make you, we help you with, development of the things, testing and deployment. And then once you are doing a fantastic job in all of these things, we will be helping you, we will be monitoring your progress. But at the same time, if you are doing excellent, then we will be getting you to some grants there, and we will be putting you across to various, high profile blockchains. I'll not repeat this, but then the two models that we talked about, on ground Hackfest, and the second one is basically continuous education program. CP has got two modules. The one module is the orientation one, where we will be orienting you to the industry. Module 2 is basically will take you deeper into the technical aspects, the underlying programming languages, the way the storage is handled, the way databases are handled, the way you go and deploy them, the way you test them. There are several things, nuances there in the technical part. We will be covering all of them. And module 3 is basically the building part. Right now, for the previous CP, the building is going on, where there are several teams who have come up with their own ideas, and right now they are building along with help from IBC Media. And I definitely want to thank my team for helping them becoming a Web3 developer, getting into that journey. Now the question arises: why should you join this, and why should you really care about it? Should you ignore it? Now, I will tell you, before I get into the the demand for these roles, I will tell you one thing. If you go and look at the civilization, if you look at last 100 years, there are the technology evolution and progress that happens all the time. Every day is a progression. For the that's how the humankind has come to the level today we are talking about in last 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 3,000 years. But if you look at, there are some milestones in the history. These milestones are basically very, very, I would say, important milestones. For example, the invention of the steam engine. Now this was something, the invention of the wheel, for example, the invention of the internet. Imagine the world today in which you don't have internet. Can you imagine a world? You cannot. In my opinion, blockchain and Web3 is such a milestone, which has got the capability and potential to change the whole dynamics of the world. And why is that? I'll talk about that. But before that, if you really look at the different technologies right now, and this is one of the surveys that we have seen in the industry, the blockchain engineers are heavy in demand. And if you talk about their salary, if you are capable, if you have got the right skill, salary cannot be compared to what you get in the conventional market. The question is that, are you ready for that skill acquisition? We are here to help you, but are you willing to give your best to become what we really want you to become? Let me give you the perspective of how exactly the internet has been changing in last, I would say, 2 or 3 decades. So when this all started, when the internet happened, and all of you know how exactly internet started, and one communication message from one lab, and that too in such a difficult way, people started communicating with each other. Then came the static website hosting. These were the initial days of internet. In fact, I started my career in this era, Web 1.0. I started my job in 1996 with Tata Group. If you know Tata Group, they are one of the biggest groups in the world, and I started taking care of their shipment and logistic division in their steel plant. And it was 1996, and we used to see the websites, static websites, some information, and we used to feel so happy and privileged that, look, I mean, there is a website where you can go and watch some news, and it just used to be appearing like a wonder. I cannot tell you. But then this continued happening, and we started improvising on them, and then suddenly came Web 2.0. Now these are all very progressive changes that we have been seeing. And in Web 2.0, what really happened, that people, in addition to consuming the information from the website, people started contributing to that. Now, was it a big deal? It was a fantastic shift in the way internet used to operate. And that's where you see the evolution of companies like Facebook, which is now Meta, Amazon, Google, you name, and you find these companies coming up there. And do you agree with me that these companies have changed the way we live? Can you imagine today living without Amazon? At least, many of the people cannot imagine living without Amazon. You can go and I remember I was looking for a small cell battery for my Apple device. And I will tell you, this was in early days, and I had to go and look for this battery in 20 different shops. Then I got it one place. Now, what is the situation? I just scan this, or just take the name, go and Google it, or go to Amazon and any other such e-commerce platform, put it there, and then in next 30 seconds I get exactly where exactly it is, and you place the order, and depending upon the location, you get it in 1 or 2 days time. Now that's what Web 2.2 has done to us. Now the point is that, is it where the evolution stops? No. Now, Web 2.0, in spite of having so many advantages, it really has some problems also. And the problem comes in terms of ownership, digital ownership. Web 2.0, if you go and put your asset, videos, or content on some website, you get 5%, 10% of the revenue that gets generated by that, by that content. Majority of the profit is kept by these Web 2 bigger companies. That's a big problem, because I am the content creator. I should be benefited. I should be profiting the most out of this, but it doesn't happen. Now, that's where the ownership comes here. And Web 3.0 is the solution for that, in which you, as a community participant in a program, in an ecosystem, you get benefited by the share that you deserve. Now, I think this is going to be another, in my opinion, this could be another path-breaking innovation like a steam engine. Why not? And that is where, if you really see, this particular technology has started impacting all the possible businesses, be it finance, be it supply chain, be it logistics, be it insurance, be it agriculture, and you name it. And we are sitting and standing at the cusp of a major revolution. The question is that, are you ready for it? Are you going to be working for your future? Are you going to be acquiring a skill which is making you future ready? That's the point we are talking about. See, I think I personally believe that if you have got an opportunity to be at a point where major things are happening, the problem that really happens all the time is that people don't appreciate it. The people who appreciate it, they take advantage of the things. I was looking at one of the companies, without naming them. They what happened, this was around 15-20 years back, or 10-15 years back, when all the fashion industry people were forced to go to the physical shops, and they used to buy. Now this guy comes in, and he creates first time he creates a digital platform where all these people could come and start displaying their product. And by doing so, what really happened, that all these physical stores in the fashion world, be it sneakers, be it jackets, or all the luxury items you talk about, all these things started getting displayed in one place. And this guy could foresee the vision, that why would I go and roam around from shop to shop to buy something? Why can't I go and do it on one website if it is possible? And that's where these guys became one of the biggest Web2 player in the fashion industry. Now the same guys today are looking at Web3, that okay, fine, Web2 was one. Why will Web3 not be adopted in this fashion world, luxury world, the finance world, supply chain world, right? So I think it is a major transformation, in my opinion, if you really ask me, and we need to be ready for this. The society is embracing it with both its hands, but this technology needs experts like you, who are going to be the next, I would say, the next workforce for this industry. Let us make this happen, guys, and let's talk more when I meet you next week. Now, how exactly you will benefit from this program? The one thing is that we are upskilling you in the latest tech, which is going to be the most important asset that you are generating here. You continuing the progress, doing things as per the program what we have designed. You are achieving different certifications at different levels. They are the testimony of your hard work and understanding. You are getting to exposure to the industry, and finally you are getting exposed to the internship. You are getting exposed to the placement opportunities, and get a feel and hang of this industry, where you are being prepared for the days to come. uh, Sorry, let me talk about a little bit program what we are going to be covering. One thing that you should keep in mind, that this program is, of course, this comes to you at zero cost, and we kind of have designed this program in such a way that if you once you have acquired the required skills, and then you keep on completing different hackathons, you are automatically becoming industry ready, something which you definitely should keep in mind. And we will be reinforcing this again and again when we talk. What do these 8 days look like, basically, in terms of program? So the first day is basically orientation. Where we'll be orienting you to some key industry subjects about this. We will be also having some industry talks. Day two is basically, we will be deep diving into the technology. We will be exposing you to something which is very hot in the industry today, which you must have heard of: non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and their applications. Day 5, you must have heard of this term: decentralized finance, metaverses. Now the buzz of the town. Now these metaverses are everywhere. What are they? What is the technology behind it? Why are they so important? And why should you learn about metaverse? And then, of course, we will also get deeper into some of this technology. How does blockchain work? What are the key parameters, key aspects, etc., etc. We will be giving you a day break with some introspection, potential ability, and some assignments that we really want you to take care of. Day 4 will be the data part. We will be having you understand the implications of blockchain along with AI and ML. We will be getting deeper into the Polkadot ecosystem. And just to let you know, Polkadot is our headline sponsor, and they are one of the best. You must have heard, Urban in his talk. Uh, you know, Polkadot is an interoperable blockchain system. It is called Layer Zero. We will talk more on that. We will also be helping you acquire some of the leadership skills that you need sorry, to be successful in this field. Day 5 will be pretty intense session, in my opinion. How do you manage a product building in Web3? How do you create your own tokenomics? How do you create your own economics and financial incentive structure for the project that you are building? Very, very interesting subject. It has to do with finance and economics and Web3. You will get exposure to that. We will be helping you coming up with ideas. How do you come up with business ideas? This is something which is very, very important for becoming a good entrepreneur. So we'll have an interesting session. We'll also be having a panel discussion. We will be inviting some of the brightest minds from the student group, and we will be engaging them into a panel discussion. We will be doing some open house with IBC leadership and some team building activities as well. uh, Day 6 and 7 will be another very interesting days for you, because we will be having you go and pitch in front of the IBC leadership team, and we will be helping you make the powerful pitch presentation what you do for a startup. So I think these days are highly important, and these are very, very outcome oriented. And last but not the least, we will be selecting shortlisting few teams on day 6 and day 7, and then we will be allowing these teams to present in front of a jury panel, and we will be identifying the best teams out of that, and we will be recognizing them. So I think it's a action packed days, all 8 days that we are talking about. And if you are providing the attention that it needs, it's going to be heavily outcome oriented for you. And as I said earlier, that we have a continuous learning after this on ground hackathon happens in Chennai. After that, we will be exposing you to a continuous learning mode, which is called continuous education program, which I already have described earlier. I will not go into that again, but this will be a mechanism. This will be a place where you will go and start, building stuff. Now, that's going to be very, very crucial. So I will encourage you participate in these programs. Our team will be getting back to you with all the details in terms of that. And of course, there are several things that we are building for you guys. In terms of the job access, we will be exposing you with some of the key job openings in the blockchain industry, and help you acquire something which you deserve, in line with the skills that you have acquired during the process. There are some certain things which we want you to kind of take care of, keep in mind to make it effective. We will be helping you with the skilling. As I told you, we will be needing certain expectations we have for us to be able to give you the certification for this. Similar to that, internship certification is one of the major thing that we provide post students, once they participate in the CEP, and once they are able to complete the MVP. MVP stands for minimum viable product. We will be helping you with in-person mentorship by expert trainers. All other logistics on the ground you will have to take care of. We will need you to bring your laptop, which is going to be very important. We of course recommend and expect for you to be actively participating in the program, because if you do that, then only you will be extracting the best outcome from the program, which is very, very important. And we will be having quizzes at regular intervals, and we will expect you and to participate in these quizzes. And the idea is that if you are struggling with something, we will be helping you to understand that before the program gets over. So these are some of the things that we really want you to take care of that. Of course, there are several incentives, as I talked about. There is certification, for education. Then we have got best ideas, how creative you are, how critically you can think of the problems surrounding you, etc., etc. And all these things are very, very important, guys, for becoming an effective developer, as well as for becoming a successful entrepreneur. Of course, certificate of participation subject to the requirement fulfillment. We also try to identify the leaders who are creating an impact in the surrounding. These impacts are pretty, I would say, pretty important for you to thrive as a leader, to become a leader. So we would expect and we will encourage you to display that leadership skills during this 8 days program. And I'll tell you, I was not surprised when I was seeing the people in the previous, all tax. There were so many leaders who came out of the program, who were helping manage the program, who were helping others understand things. And there are several of the leaders that we were able to identify in our program. So I'm hoping and I'm pretty sure I will have similar experience when I come to Chennai. Of course, we encourage creativity because Web3 is all about creativity. So are you a creative person? If you have, then we would want to see that. We would want to see that reflect in the work that you do with us. Of course, there are some merchandise also, and all these merchandise will be given to people who are, fulfilling some criteria that IBC Media has put in place. And I think before I summarize, what I would want to tell you is that this is a golden opportunity for you to get deeper into Web3. This space is very, very futuristic. You need to understand that, as I said earlier, you are standing at the cusp of a major technological revolution. And I will encourage you to not only participate, but participate with your 200% energy level, engagement level. Then only you will be able to take the best out of the whole program. So with that, I come to conclusion of my talks. Deepak Singh, please continue with the question and answer.
Yes, thank you, sir. We have a question whether the internship is paid or free.
Yes, so internships are paid and unpaid both, depending upon they all the companies have their own requirements. Some companies pay, some companies are not paying as well, but depending upon where you qualify and where you clear, it could be paid as well.
Next question is, sir, any programming language is mandatory for blockchain?
So with respect to programming languages in blockchain, there are several blockchains who all have their different programming languages. For example, if you look at Ethereum, they have something called Solidity. They also have got some other programming languages, but then Ethereum Solidity is the most important language. But if you look at other blockchains, they all have, different languages. One thing is that there are several blockchains who have become compatible with Ethereum. They are all called EVM compatible chains, Ethereum virtual machine compatible chains. So all of them accept Solidity. But there is a new trend in this. So there is something called assembly language, and many of the newer chains, what they are doing, they are creating a WebAssembly based programming technique. And what really it means is that any language which can be converted to WebAssembly, that could be C, C++, or that could be your Rust. All these programming languages could be used in these programming languages. So, but to summarize it, Rust is another programming language which is very, very important. In the whole process, in your writing and creating your unit test cases for testing stuff, you use Python also many places. So I think basically, you should know Java if you really can. You could know Python, you could know Rust. And of course, if there is something which is Ethereum based, then Solidity is there. Deepak?
Yes, sir. Thank you. We have a couple of more questions. So, is it paid internship or free internship that we have addressed? How to participate, sir, and how many members per team?
Yes. So the team is consisting of 3 members. And as far as how do we participate? So once you get selected for the program, of course, we will be getting in touch with you, and we will be providing you several other information. Please, if you have already written the assessment on the enrollment form what IBC Media has given, we will be looking at your performance in the quiz anyway. But if not, then Deepak Singh, please circulate the assessment quiz link in this group right now. And if you have not taken the the registration and assessment form, registration and assessment quiz, please go and do that. I think we will be looking at the outcome maybe next few days.
Yes, sir. So there are some of the repetitive questions and some that we might have. Can you just check the Q&A once, sir? A lot of people have similar questions. Some of them I'm a little doubtful as to which one if we can just address them all at once.
Got it. Yeah, so how to participate, sir? I already answered that. Once you get selected, and even if, say, for example, you are not selected for the on-ground Chennai on-ground alt hack, we still encourage you to participate in the participate in the CEP, which is happening in the first or second week of April. That is also going to be very, very crucial. People who are not able to be selected for the Chennai on ground, we will be uploading all the videos of all the key sessions on our YouTube channel for IBC Media. You can always go and watch those sessions in your free time and be prepared for the CP, which will be very important for you to attend. Thank you, Karthik. Good evening, sir. Your presentation is much more innovative idea. Yeah, of course. It's not about what we are talking. Karthik, I think we are trying to make it big for you. And by that, what I mean is that this is a fantastic world. This world needs smart programmers, and I am very, very confident that we will be having so many of you who will become astonishing programmers in next few months. I already talked about Mughal. How many members? There are 3 members per team. So when we receive the evaluation result, we will be Bhavna, we will be getting back to you very soon, early next week, and we will also be communicating with people who have been selected for the Chennai on ground, and our team will be reaching out to you in person by email. And if we have got your mobile number, our team will also be reaching out to you over WhatsApp message. So please keep monitoring your email and WhatsApp. You may, if you are selected, you may be hearing from us very soon. Also, we will also be releasing some waitlist students, who may be given opportunity to participate in Chennai. So that also my team will be, coming back to you. Who would be, Bobu is saying, who would be selected for an offline test? Like, what is the criteria? So there are several criteria there. Of course, one is that we want to know how much do you know and how suitable you are for the program. There are other criteria also, but then again, so you will be getting to know irrespective of that in next few days, Bobu. Do you need to be an expert in languages, or beginner can understand the blockchain concepts? I don't think you need to really be expert. See, programming is a language, which is basically based on algorithm, in my opinion. Learning a programming language is not very difficult. You could be at a beginner level, but of course, when we teach you Rust, for example, we are teaching Rust in our next CEP. So if you have not gotten your hands dirty in Rust, please absolutely join our CEP, whether or not you are selected for Chennai. Please keep that in mind, because that is going to be fantastic experience of learning Rust. That is number one. Second thing is that languages are pretty simple in the sense that again, the same thing, storage management, input output management. How do you handle arrays? How do you do enums? How do you struct? So all these are pretty common parlance which is applicable everywhere. So don't worry about it. Languages are no barrier to bright minds, in my opinion. Is this helpful for the people of non-computer science background? Absolutely. Absolutely. Blockchain is something where you could do. These programming languages are, see guys, the world is moving towards no code, low code programming method. I don't think that programming methods are going to be so critical that you cannot survive without that. But it is always good to that. I have seen people from non-computer science background being equal or better than many comp science guys. So there is no distinction in that. Please have faith in yourself. Learn one programming language first, and then you can learn any other programming language in 10 days to 15 days, in my opinion. Okay, Shruti, so don't worry about that. Uh, uh, Deen Dayal is asking, does internship have stay fund, sir? Has stay fund, sir? Yes. So internship, if I get the question right, internship has the funding. In fact, internship is something where you get, you get paid for your internship by the company. There are grants, there are, funds being made available by all these big blockchain companies. So if you are building something interesting in their space, they will provide you fund to build. But what they want you to work hard. They want you to understand their environment. That is important here, Deendayal. Okay. Srinivasan is asking 8 days for online and offline. Yes, sir. So this is 8 days I'm talking about is basically offline, which is going to be happening in Chennai from 24th March to 31st March. And after that is done, we will be having the next continuous education program, which will be starting in the first or second week of April. Now that will be basically, the real building process. Okay. So don't be disappointed if you are not selected for the Chennai. But if you are selected for Chennai, please do come and make the maximum out of it. The sessions are going to be from 9 to 6. And of course, with the break lunch, and all these hours are going to be action packed with several things that you can. This is going to be one of your best experiences, in my opinion. Karthik has asked how blockchain technology are very much complex one, how the algorithms connected one another, and what kind of algorithms are used, whether it is similar to normal programming language. See, look, I think blockchain has got very different paradigm. So in blockchain, what really happens, you create blocks. These blocks have transactions. And there are several associated things that really come there. For example, how do you select the next block? How do you make sure that you secure the data? How do you make it immutable? There are several things which are basically very, very particular to blockchain. How do you store your files in NFT, different decentralized storage such as IPFS or other places. So I think programming languages are basically a mechanism to help you build what you need for blockchain. So we'll talk about all these things. In fact, we have a topic called blockchain anatomy, in which I will be talking about many of these things that you are asking, Karthik. So hang tight on that. I tried to focus in the class, but distraction. Prem Raj, we do appreciate, but then I think it's good to focus on in the class so that then only you will be able to get the maximum out of the program. How many students going to participate from each institution? We don't have any such criteria. If we have, we look at other parameters. We don't really restrict it to one institution, but we always try to make the best ideal group mix, which is healthy, which is interactive, and which really helps, the knowledge sharing experience to the best. G. Tyagarajan, if I hope I answered your question. Prem Raj, okay, in my friend, accommodation, no accommodation will be provided, Srinath. This is going to be your accommodation. Srinath, when the quiz results will be published? Very soon, early next week, and we will be sharing with you people who are selected for the Chennai program AltHack. Is it compulsory to join offline mode? How to join in online mode? No, it is not compulsory. Depending upon if you are being selected for the offline AltHack in Chennai, please make sure, please make an attempt to join that, because that will be having a very, very different experience and learning opportunity for you. If you do that, if you don't get an opportunity, it is fine. Please go and watch the videos on our YouTube channel. Deepak Goodham, please share the link of IBC Media's YouTube channel on this in this meeting right now. And if somebody is not selected for the Chennai offline mode, the on-ground mode, doesn't matter. We still need you to be in the CP where the actual technical and building thing will happen. So don't worry about that. Anonymous attendee. Govi Shankar, what type of question asked in quiz? These questions are pretty basic questions. Don't worry about the performance outcome there. We look at how you have done in which segment, and our result is not just the total marks. We do a lot of analytics in that and find out which section is important and how have you done in that. So the only total marks is not the only criteria, Govi Shankar. So don't worry about it. These are very basic question, and the question comprises of various different, various different subjects, which may be some may be simple, some may be complex to know who are already at higher level of skill. Uh, go, Gopalakrishnan, I am Gopalakrishnan. Thank you for giving the clarification about blockchain, sir. Thank you so much. Why not chat for me? I think these things we just wanted to be effective so that we have so many people. We don't want to waste everybody's time. So, we thought let's not do that. Sir, will you provide accommodation? No. I think this is going to be difficult, Bhuvana. We Because it will be very difficult for us to accommodate that. Uh, I think you have to make your own arrangements, Bhuvna. Premraj, what is digital marketing? We will definitely talk about that, Prem. If you are selected there, even if not, then I take several sessions in many of the programs, so we will talk about it. Digital marketing is nothing but marketing your product using the latest current digital channels. I mean, that's what in the short form. There are several things that you really need to understand in that. Srinivasan, students only attend who are selected. Yes, the on-ground program is going to be open for people who are selected, who have been notified by us. At the same time, we will also be selecting some shortlisted, waitlisted people. We will be also sending you the email. And if we get seats available for you, because these seats are in high demand, so sometimes we don't get seats, but still we want to have you in waitlisted, some of you. And if we get seats available, our team will reach out to you, so that you can also be a part of that. Madhav Krishna, non-local residents of Chennai will not able to attend in offline session. Will I be able to only? Yes, I think if you have arrangements, you could always do that. But I think it will be logistically very difficult. So please make sure that you attend the online session. Also, for all the sessions that we take, we are ensuring that we have made all the recordings of the sessions available in our YouTube channel for IBC Media. So even if you are not being able to select there, please go and watch these sessions. These sessions are not less effective. You will be able to get outcome from that session, attending that, watching that session to a very, very high degree. So make sure that after the day is over, you can have these things available for you. Okay. Sir, I am Udni Siti. Sorry if I am pronouncing the name incorrectly. Udayniti M. Sir, I am doing final year based on blockchain and Web3 with Solidity. So can this live session be used? Absolutely. See, as I said, the concept of blockchain and Web3 is very similar. All different blockchains are trying to implement a different solution to the same problem. So it doesn't matter whether it is Ethereum, whether it is Polkadot, all are working in the same direction. It is always good for you to come and appreciate these sessions. Will you provide accommodation for girls? No, Manju, I have already answered that. Final year project, yes, we definitely we have internship opportunities, and these are going to be helpful in your final project also. Uh, uh, Utaya Ravi, I think the duration is for 8 days, as I said earlier, 24th to 31st. And last question is, what is robotics process and automation? I think, Utaya, this is something which is out of this context here, so I will not be taking that question right now. But again, as you know, robotic process and automation is where you go and automate some of the business processes. Okay, that is very, very important, and that is changing efficiency parameter for several business processes right now. So I think there is much more than that. You could go and do your own research and find that out. Okay, Govi Shankar, is last time for our date to submit quiz. Govi Shankar, I think you should try to do at the earliest. We're trying to keep it open for a few more hours. Try to do it as soon as you can. Thank you. Is there any other question, Deepak Singh, that is
No,
required?
sir, I think this has been covered quite comprehensively. And thanks to you for taking out the time and sticking and addressing these questions. I think all the questions that we have had here has touched upon all the areas that we have been talking about. Right? This very good.
Okay, guys. So I think this is already 1 hour now. I guess Ali, anything that you really have to talk? So what I'll do right now that our team is working on looking at your scores. We are looking at other parameters, and we will be getting back to you by early next week with the people who have been selected for the Chennai, all track on ground program. We will be coming back to you with that. Please, try to make to the program and give your acceptance and RSVP to the team which has reached out to you with the confirmation. Also, we will be selecting, as I said, some waitlisting students for the program. Please watch your email or watch your spam as well if it goes there. But then, yeah, I'm very excited to meet all of you and make some positive change in your life.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Once again, thank you everyone for joining me. This was a wonderful session. We had a lot of interesting
Yep.
conversations here. And sir, thank you to you for helping the students understand what exactly we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, Deepak, your voice is a little low.
Sir, is it better now?
Much better.
Yes, sir. So first of all, thank you to all the students for joining in and taking out the time in your hectic schedule, I know. And Praveen sir, especially to you, thank you for taking out the time and going in depth in what we have been trying to achieve on ground and also in the continuous education program. So guys, it's a very exciting arena. And as Praveen sir has mentioned, the more you learn, the better you will do in your careers. And this, the gap that we have in blockchain education. So IBC will be one of the most pioneering education programs, not just in India, but across the world. So I think taking the words of Praveen sir seriously, we should work upon it as hard as we can. Once again, thank you everyone for joining in. We will be in touch with you soon. Be prepared. We will be releasing your scores very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I'll be looking forward to seeing many of you. Thank you. Bye.